is up, RC enthusiasts? I'm going out to a little park just to play in some water where I can play with an RC boat. And I've played with RC boats there before. I don't seem to be bothered much over there, so I figure I might as well go out there this time and run this tiny little boat that was sent to me by Haiboxing. HBX has a little tiny boat, and upon inspection, it's actually a pretty good boat. I mean, you know, build-wise, it's built pretty well. It comes with a pretty good kit, and maybe it's upgradable. Maybe we can turn it into a brushless boat and see how fast we can make this thing go. But for now, let's see what it can do on the water. I'm not going to be speed testing it because I think it's going to be slow, but I will speed test it if I do upgrade it to brushless before I do that, so that way I will know the difference. But for now, let's just see what it does. So let's go out there. Right now I'm just driving to that area still, so I'll check you guys out in a bit. Before I go out there, let's take a look at some specs of this boat right here. As you can tell, it's got like a 360, 390 size motor in there. And it's got a proper, you know, output shaft right here for, you know, RC boats and stuff. So you're gonna have to grease that up and everything once in a while to keep it maintained. And they actually include that in the instruction booklet. It's actually included in there how to maintain this boat. That's pretty cool that they include that in the instructions. And this is included too as well. It's a little bumper, so that's pretty cool right there. You do have plastic rudder right here and trim tabs on the sides, but you do have these trim tabs right here are metal, so you could adjust those to help your boat if it is kind of doing this too much or kind of doing this too. I'll explain it in the water, but yeah, pretty much proportional steering, proportional throttle, Dean's plug or T-plug connection, so you can use other batteries for it as well. I'm going to be using a 1000 milliamp hour 2-cell LiPo today on this. It does come with 850 milliamp hour lithium ion batteries, but I forgot to charge those, and I do have one 1000 milliamp hour charge already, so I'm going to use it for this. Well, yeah, one more thing I forgot to mention about this guy. I don't know if you could hear that humming noise, but yeah, it's got a gyro in there to keep it straight. I'm gonna keep the bumper on, you know, for safety, just in case I run into the banks over here, so it'll be safe. And also on the bottom, they provide these black plugs that come in a little plastic bag that you need to install right here, because I'm pretty sure if you don't install those, water gets in there and that'll slow your boat down a little bit, because that's a cavity that the water can flow through, and this is just kind of plugs them up to make it smoother down here. So all right, let's get to it. Alright, let's toss this in and let's see if it self-rights itself. Alright. Hope you guys can see that. I'm not sure if you guys can see what I'm seeing. Oh, still trying to work this out. Well, here you go. This is the slowest the boat can go. Looks like it needs to be trimmed out a little bit. As you can tell, you can cruise around pretty slow if you want. But let's see what this guy got. Oh, that's pretty quick for a brushed boat. Make it turn sharp. Oh, sharper to the left for sure. Watch, this is full right. And it's full left. Full left. Full right. Ooh! Got this thing jumping around now. Calm it down a little. Oh yeah, that's pretty quick. This choppy water out here, I was gonna say, if it wasn't choppy water right now, I can show you guys those metal trim tabs and actually trim it out, because you see it jumping around like this. If it was flat water and it's jumping around like that, that means you need to bend the trim tabs a little downwards so it keeps the front end down. But you know, if your boat is facing too low and it's not actually getting on plane, then you're having an issue with the trim tabs being too high up. But I can't show that to you guys right now because, you know, it's choppy water, so I'm just playing around in choppy water. Let's see how well reverse works, because this boat has reverse. All right, just cavitating right there, that's all it's doing. But I mean, you know, maybe if you're really stuck, you can still use it. Yeah, it'll help you turn around, get out unstuck at least. Oh, I just splashed myself with like the dirtiest lake or whatever pond this is water. Well, there you go, guys. Fun little boat right here by HBX called the Surge X03. It's tiny too. It's probably the size of like their 16 scale, the 16889A. Ooh, look at that. Let's just punch it from a dead stop. Oh yeah, it's got, oh no, I'm upside down. Let's fix that. Yeah. Punch it from a dead stop. Man, it wants to fly out the water. That's pretty sick. Can't believe I didn't try that sooner. All right, guys, there you go. Fun little 2S little boat by HBX. So, you know, it's gonna be good quality and good customer support from HBX as well. Yeah, it moves for a little guy. Oh, and you hit the brakes and it just flips itself upside down. There you go. Still messing around with this thing out here. It's just so much fun. It's actually pretty fast for a brush boat. The rough waters are making it even more fun, and the self-riding helps out. I just did a barrel roll right there. That was pretty sweet. You just need to, you know, just steer a little bit just to get more proportional steering, and you don't have to fully tilt it the whole time all the time, you know. Or you can do these cool things right here. I believe someone from the RC Sailors likes doing this a lot. Water donuts. It's pretty fun though. Makes a cool little wake right in front of you, like circle waves. That was sweet. Wheelie out the end. HBX always comes through, man. Really cool, fun products to play with for sure. I'm enjoying this, like, genuinely. It's awesome. It's all the speed you need right here to have some fun. Grab yourself like 2 or 3 of these and have little races. Be pretty fun. Man, likes to get air. You think you are a dirt jumper? Oh man, it flips over back easily. Surprisingly easily. Now you gotta watch out for the kind of batteries you put in these things. If you put something too heavy in there, you might delete that function of it self-riding, because it won't be able to self-ride itself because of the weight on one side is too heavy. But yeah, it kind of relies on that too. Yeah, this thing's not giving up. Let's go ahead and give it a water check. Let's see how much water got in this boat. This docker slow, no wake zone, no wake zone. There you go. So here you go, I have my LiPo secured in place, the 1000 milliamp hour 2-cell LiPo works in there, fits in there properly in that same location that the lithium ion sits in. You can tell the boat's already blinking and it's already on. Normally, this is not what would happen when you first plug in the battery. Now, there's no on and off switch on this boat. What happens is, when you put this boat in the water, you have a ground connected to your metal shaft right here that sticks out the back of the boat right there, and there's a little prong underneath right here. When those two touch the water at the same time, that and that turns the boat on, completes the circuit for a low voltage circuit right there that just turns the boat on. And when it's upside down, don't worry, because it's got one right here too. So when it's upside down, this one right here will be underwater and it'll keep the boat on as well. Now, as you can tell, mine is on though because it's blinking. All I did was I bypassed that, and I don't recommend doing that because if you're younger and you're just new to this hobby and stuff, this prop right here, this thing can do some damage. So yeah, you don't want to be putting your hands anywhere near this prop whatsoever when the boat is on like this. Especially when the transmitter itself is on as well, because that's definitely going to be a bad time if you accidentally hit the throttle or anything. And this is one of those, you know, I call this like an air style transmitter. You got your throttle up and down here proportional, and then on the other side you just have your steering left and right, and it also goes all directions, which is weird because you could actually switch which way you want it. So you could have like a mode 1 or mode 2. You could have the throttle on the left or the right and the steering on the left or the right. And right here we have a trim button for your steering. And the other one is I believe it's a dual rate for your steering. So you have a dual rate and a trim for your steering. Up here, this is your light button. So that just turns that light on and off right there. Once it's already connected, that light will be turned on and off. But yeah, the screen right here will show you the voltage of the battery that's actually in here. And this thing will start beeping at you when you're low battery, so you know to bring your boat in and not lose it out in the water. Open this guy right in front of you guys. I did put boat tape. I do recommend the boat tape because it's only held in here with magnets. So if you do flip this thing hardcore in the water and it flips upside down while going backwards, it might rip this top cap off, and this doesn't have a floaty on it, so goodbye to the bottom this goes. Let's check the dryness in here. I hope you guys can see this. I'm trying to hold it out as far as I can. Oh wow, complete dry in there. Not an ounce of water in there. I'll go ahead and use my other camera to show inside better. There you guys go, completely dry in there. Not a drop of water. Pretty cool. But yeah, look, 90% battery. I've been ripping for a while, except my controller battery is pretty low. Well, there you go, guys. Thanks for watching as usual. And as always, have fun, be safe, and go run that RC.